Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to do an exercise on conversion functions in Power BI. So what I am going to do in this exercise, first I am going to create a calculated column to convert a date field in this format, YYY, MM and DD. The second thing which I am going to do is I am going to use a conversion function to modify a measures and ensures that the values are always displayed as a currency with the help of a currency function. So these two things we are going to do in this exercise. This is the data model which I am going to use in this exercise. If you want to understand the data model, then please watch video number 12 in this playlist. So here what I am just doing, I am creating a column and I am taking the data which is present in this AP retail transaction column, which is present in AP retail calendar table, and I am converting it in the format YYY, MM and DD with the help of this format function. So how data will going to populate in this column? The data will going to populate by taking value from transaction date, transform in YYY, MM and DD format and store it. If you see the output here is, this is the YYYY, this is the MM and this is the DD. So let's do this exercise in Power BI. Let me go to the table view. In the table view, this is the calendar table. Now let me create a calculated column. So what is the name of the column which we have given here? AP retail calendar date. AP retail calendar date. In which format? YYYY, MM and DD. How the data will going to populate in this column? With the help of a format function. I am taking the data from AP retail calendar transaction date and format it in YYYY, MM and DD. Let me run it. We can see here the data is generated in this column and the data in the form of YYY, MM and DD. If we just validate the data which is present in AP transaction date, so this is the AP retail transaction date and the data is in MM, DD and YYY. Here the data in which format? YYY, MM and DD. Why? Because with the help of a format function we have formatted the date. Now let's go to the PPT. Now what I'm just doing here I'm just creating a measure and this is the expression of the measure. What I'm just doing here, I'm just doing a calculation. I am aggregate calculation. I am just taking total quantity sold and total unit price and I am multiplying it from this table. So in this table, I am just multiplying these two columns. It will going to give me the total sales. What I am just doing here, I am creating a measure. I am creating the total quantity sold for AP retail sales by store table. This table has a relationship with AP retail product lookup and this product lookup table has a one column known as a AP retail current price. So what I am just doing, I am multiplying the value which I am getting from AP retail quantity sold from AP retail sales by store table, and AP retail product lookup table. What is the current price of that particular product? I am multiplying it, and it will going to give us the total retail cost. So this is the two measures. Let's first create these two measures in Power BI. I think this measures AP customer sales, it has already been created. Okay, let me check it. So this is the AP. Where is the dedicated measure table? Let me just open it. So this is the dedicated measure table. So AP retail customer sales, it is already there. So no need to create it. So what I'm just doing, I am just taking the total quantity sold, total unit price from this table and multiplying it. It will going to give me the total retail customer sales. Let me create this one, retail cost. Okay. So let me choose this table. Let me create a measure. Let me give a name as AP retail cost. How I'm going to calculate the AP retail cost? By using sumX function. SumX from which table? AP retail sales by store. How I'm going to calculate it? I'm taking AP retail sales by store total quantity sold, and I am multiplying it by the table AP retail product lookup unit current price. Current price. These two measures has been created successfully. Let me go to the PPT. Here, this part we need to understand. What I'm just doing here, I'm using this currency function. This is a conversion function. So what the currency function will going to do? It will going to take a input parameter and it will convert into the currency. It will do nothing but it will going to add the currency symbol at the beginning. But this currency function, the signature of the currency function is how? This is the signature, currency, and the input parameter is value. If the value is there, then only the currency function will going to add a currency symbol in front of the value. If expression is there, then the currency function will not going to put any kind of a symbol at the beginning of the value. So here what I am just doing, in the currency function, I am passing an input parameter and this is the expression. So what would be the output? Whatever the value this expression will going to generate, this currency function will not going to work. Means it will not going to add a currency symbol at the beginning of the value which this expression will going to generate, because the signature of the currency function says it will going to take a value only, not the expression. But in this measures, what I'm just doing, I am just passing a measure in the input parameter of the currency function. This is nothing, this measure is nothing but a value. This is not an expression. So whatever the value this measure will going to generate, this currency function will going to add a currency symbol at the beginning of each value. Let's do this. Let's create these two measure in the Power BI. Let me create a new measure. Name of the measure is AP retail currency with expiration. How they are going to do? First, this is the currency. In the currency, what I'm just doing, I'm using this sumx. And in the sumx, what I'm just doing, I'm using the table currency sales by store, and I am taking what I'm just taking. I'm taking AP retail sales by store total quantity sold. I am multiplying it from where the value will come for the multiplication. It will going to come from the relate AP retail product lookup current cost. This measure has been created successfully. Now let's create another measure. Let me select this table again. Let me click on the new measure. Let me create AP retail currency with value. I'm using this currency, and in the value, what I'm just giving the AP retail cost, which we have just created. These two measures has been created successfully. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.